Tonight, go outside. Look at the moon. Now imagine it's gone. Not covered by clouds. Not a new moon. Gone. Completely erased from the sky. No explosion, no warning. It simply disappears. At first, nothing happens. The stars look brighter. The night feels darker, quiet, almost peaceful. And that's the terrifying part. Because the real damage doesn't begin in the sky. It begins in the ocean. The moon controls the tides. Right now, billions of tons of ocean water are being pulled by lunar gravity. If the moon vanished instantly, that pull would stop, and the oceans wouldn't know what to do. Tidal forces would suddenly shift. Water that was rising would stop mid-motion. Water that was retreating would hesitate. For a few hours, coastlines around the world would behave unpredictably. Currents would clash. Waves would move strangely. But that's just the beginning. Because the moon doesn't just control tides. It stabilizes Earth itself. Right now, Earth is tilted at about 23.5 degrees. That tilt gives us seasons: summer, winter, spring, fall. But that tilt is stable largely. Because the moon acts like a gravitational anchor. Remove the moon, and Earth begins to wobble. Not immediately, but gradually. Over months, then years, the axis of Earth could start shifting unpredictably. Imagine winters that don't stay in the same regions. Imagine deserts freezing. Imagine tropical zones drifting north. Entire climate systems would destabilize. Agriculture would struggle. Storm patterns would change. Hurricanes could form in places that have never seen them. And then there's the night. Without the moon, nights become significantly darker. Rural areas would feel different. Wilderness would change instantly. Many animals depend on moonlight. Sea turtles use the moon to navigate. Coral spawning cycles follow lunar phases. No moon means broken biological clocks. Predators that hunt in low light would suddenly dominate. Prey animals would struggle to adapt. Ecosystems would slowly shift. But here's something most people never consider. The moon is also slowing Earth's rotation. Every day, tidal friction caused by the moon acts like a brake. It keeps Earth's spin gradually decreasing. Without the moon, that braking system disappears. Days would stop getting longer. But more importantly, Earth's rotation could become less stable over geological time. And instability in rotation means instability in climate. Now imagine decades have passed. The wobble increases. Earth's tilt shifts dramatically. Instead of 23 degrees, it could swing toward 40, or drop toward 10. At extreme angles, seasons become violent. Summers unbearably hot. Winters brutally long. Ice sheets could expand suddenly, then retreat. Sea levels would fluctuate unpredictably. Human civilization depends on predictable climate. Remove predictability, and society begins to strain. Food supply chains weaken. Energy demand spikes. Migration increases. Conflicts rise. And all of it started with an empty sky. But here's where it becomes even more unsettling. The moon also protects Earth. Its gravity influences the paths of certain space debris. Some scientists believe the moon acts as a partial shield against asteroid impacts by altering trajectories over long timescales. Without it, Earth's gravitational environment changes. Orbital mechanics shift subtly. Over millions of years, impact probabilities could rise. Now look up again. Picture a sky without the moon. No lunar eclipses, no bright crescent, no full moon lighting up clouds. Human culture would feel different. For thousands of years, civilizations used the moon to measure time. Calendars were lunar. Religions referenced it. Stories were built around it. Without the moon, history itself would feel altered. But let's go deeper. The moon formed about 4.5 billion years ago after a massive collision between Earth and a Mars-sized body. That collision may have been the reason Earth became habitable. Without the moon's stabilizing effect over billions of years, life as we know it might never have evolved. Which means if the moon disappeared tonight, we wouldn't just lose light in the sky. We would lose the silent partner that helped make our existence possible. And here's the final twist. The moon is moving away from Earth right now, about 3.8 centimeters per year. It's slow, incredibly slow. But over billions of years, that distance increases. One day, the moon will appear much smaller. Total solar eclipses will stop happening. Tides will weaken. Its influence will fade. Not tonight. Not anytime soon. But the separation has already begun. The moon feels permanent, unchanging, eternal. But it isn't. And if it vanished tomorrow, the first thing you'd notice would be the darkness. The last thing you'd understand is how much it was holding everything together. Look at the sky tonight. Because sometimes the most powerful forces in our world are the ones we barely notice. And when they disappear, it's already too late.